Oh, go on. This thing is just so cool. Yes, go on. Oh, getting stuck on the body. Whoa. Wow, we made it over. That's so cool. That is more like it. Oh, I absolutely love the colour on this thing. It's just so nice. And all the lights and everything on it as well. It's just such a cool little van, isn't it? $129 for a 2-speed, all Metal Gear, ready to run mini crawler. We've got the new Hobbyplus CR18P Evo V2. Let's check this thing out. Let's get this thing out of the box. Now, I never had any of the original Evos, so I'm really intrigued to see what this thing's like. So, what do we got? So, first thing, we've got our instruction manual, we've got a USB charger and our wheel wrench tool. So, we've got our Flysky 4-channel transmitter. These are really nice radios, really nice in the hand. I know I say it every time, but I wish they had a foam grip on them. But other than that, they are fantastic radios for mini crawlers. And then we've got the van itself. Let's just do a little bit of ASMR a minute if I stop talking. So this one, as you can see, is the V2 rock van. So you've got some new features, like you've got roof rack on there. You've got some more scale accessories and everything on there. You've got your usual stuff, like your nice big meaty front bumper. I really like the look of this color. I think it looks really, really cool. It does come in 2 different colors, but I think this blue just really pops. I really like this livery down the side as well. I think that looks really, really cool. Another new feature on the V2 is you've got these 60mm tires on the 1.2-inch wheels. I'm pretty sure these are the same tires that come on the T-Hunter, so they're pretty decent tires, to be fair. Now, the body is basically body clips on the back and then it's hinged on the front. So if we just pull these body clips out, and then we should be able to just lift the body up out the way. I do like the fact that it opens all the way forward as well, so you've actually got plenty of room to get to all the electronics and everything underneath. So I believe another new feature on this V2 as well as the big bore metal-bodied oil-filled shocks. Now, it does say they're oil-filled shocks, but then it also says they don't come with oil. But, you know, that does look like it's oil-filled to me, but it could just be, if there's no oil in them, it could just be that with the O-rings, it's giving enough kind of damping, you know, without any oil in there. Now, it might be hard to see in there, but you've also now got a servo and axle steering servo as well. They've also updated heavy-duty drive shafts as well as a counter-rotating rear drive shaft to try and eliminate torque twist. Now, underneath, you've got 4-link suspension front and rear. You've got plastic axles, plastic drive shafts, but like I said, it is full metal gears throughout. If we lift that body up again, you can see underneath we've got a 600 mAh 2S LiPo battery in the back. You've got all-in-one ESC and receiver. It is brushed, not brushless, but you've got a 180 size 55-turn brush motor there. And you can see just on the side here, we've got our shifting servo for the 2-speed. I do also like the fact that you've got all these inner arch liners and everything. I think that's really cool as well. Now, if you're not familiar with the CR18P platform, you've also got this LCG style chassis. I've been really impressed with like the T-Hunter, the Juice Up and everything. Hobbyplus are really bringing it with all these mini crawlers. And the fact that this one is only $129 for a brushed 2-speed all metal gear, I mean, that is amazing value for money. I'm intrigued to see how this thing performs. Obviously, with this rock van body, you're going to probably have some approach angle issues with the size of this front bumper and stuff, but on the trail, I think this thing is just going to be absolutely awesome. So let's get some batteries in this transmitter so we can get this thing fired up. So it takes 4 AAA batteries. They don't come included, so it's like 99% ready to run. So let's get it turned on. Let's get our battery plugged in as well. And then our power switch is just on the side here. So with it all powered on, you've got various different light functions controlled via channel 4 on the radio. Now, when you just turn, you get your indicators on without any lights on. If you press channel 4 once, you get your like dipped headlights. And you do also have your tail lights on in the rear. And again, you've got your indicators on the rear and on the front. And then if you press channel 4 again, you get kind of like your main beam or whatever you want to call it. So, you know, your full headlights is a little bit brighter. Again, you've got your indicators and still your tail lights on the rear. If you press it again, you get the roof bar coming on, which looks really, really cool. And again, you got your indicators. And then if you press it again, you get hazard lights. That's how I'll be running mine because I'm not a fan of indicators. But yeah, you got some nice kind of light functionality there. It does look really, really cool with all the lights on it. And I like the fact that we've got tail lights and everything on the back as well. Let's just check out the steering servo as well. I'm not quite sure what the rating is on this, but That's fairly quick, to be honest, you know, decent bit of power in it as well. Oh, that reminds me, it does also say that it comes with the hardware and everything for a servo-mounted winch, which I'm not sure if it's this bit over here. It's a bit hard to see with the body, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but it does say that, so yeah, we'll have to see. I forgot to say the tyres have got nice soft foams in them, and they are vented as well, if you can hear that. Oh, the other upgrade on this as well, I completely forgot. Let's get one of these wheel nuts off so I can show you another upgrade as well. What you might also see if you're familiar with the platform is we've now got a 1.5mm pin instead of just the little 1mm pins they had before. I remember when I first had my Evo Pro, the pins were just so small, so thin, and yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. You know, they allowed a lot of play in the wheel, but now they've updated to these 1.5mm pins, which is more like what everybody else uses, so you've got less play in the wheel, which is really nice. Now, I absolutely love that body wobble. I really love a van. I just think this thing looks really, really cool, and on the trail, with that kind of wobble and the flex that this thing's going to have, I reckon that's going to look so cool. Yeah, I mean, if these shocks don't have oil in them, then those O-rings must be doing an amazing job, because that looks like they're oil filled to me. Definitely better than, you know, just friction shocks anyway. Right, let's get this thing out of the rocks. I'm really intrigued to see how this thing does on the rock crawler course, you know, especially with that big, meaty front bumper. You could win a brand new Traxxas TRX4 for less than the price of your morning coffee. This is my modified TRX4 Defender. Absolutely love it. One of my favorite 10 scale crawlers. But you could pick a brand new Defender or a Bronco or even a High Trail. So check out the raffle link in the description to enter. Okay, let's run the rock van on the mini crawler course and just see how it does. I'm really interested to see what this thing is like for ground clearance. Oh, lift in the front there. Everything gets stuck on that first ridge, but let's just give it a bit of wheel speed. Yes. Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what this thing moves like on the rock crawler course, because with that big old front bumper, that big van body, you know, I think it's going to struggle a bit. Oh yeah, look, straight away, look. Oh, we're going to have to do some maneuvering, I think, with this one. Okay, we're up. Yeah, I think it's going to struggle, obviously, with that body, but I mean, this thing, I suppose, more of like a trail truck, I suppose. Ooh, oh yes, we made it down. Right, this is going to be the first challenge. Can we even get... Oh, no. Hang on. We need to take an angle. Oh, go on, get up there. Push on through. No, we're going to have to do some serious manoeuvring to get up here. No, that's not serious. Oh, now we're completely beached. Hang on, let me try that again. Okay, let's come in it from this angle and see if we can get up there. Should be good. There we go, there we go. Obviously that big front bumper, approach angle is going to be an issue. Let's see if this thing can get up here. Oh, we're just lifting that right side wheel, but not as much as I thought it would do, to be fair. I thought that would be just tipping over and going flying. That's doing a really good job. It looks really cool as well, doesn't it? Oh, that was me on the finger then on the throttle. That's so cool. I am amazed that just made it up the gatekeeper. That's really surprised me. You can see that front bumper is giving us some issues with ground clearance, but that did a really good job. Oh, we made it, we made it. Hang on. This thing just looks so cool. I love the colour as well. It's a really cool colour with all the livery and everything. I think that looks really good. These tyres are doing a really good job as well, to be fair. It is nowhere near as top heavy as I thought it was going to be. I mean, I appreciate it's just a Lexan body, but with the roof rack on there as well, I expected this thing to be tipping over left, right and centre. Okay, let's head on up to the stairway. Again, this is kind of one of the tricky sections of the course, just to see if we can get up here. Pretty decent slow speed control on this thing as well, to be fair, especially for, you know, just a brush system, and especially for that price point, you know, $129. This is doing an amazing job for $129, isn't it? I am amazed at how well this body's doing. Oh, look, bumper issues there, look. We're going to have to try and get up onto that rock over there. Oh, I thought that was going to send us flying then, hang on. Oh, no, I went too far. Hang on. Yes, made it. Okay, I want to get on that rock there. Go on. Yes, go on, let's see if we can clear the bumper. Oh, body's getting up a bit. Oh, go on, go on, go on. Oh, look at that, it still didn't fall over. Oh, scrapage on the body. Scale van life giving us some grief. Oh, okay. That didn't quite go to plan. We almost made it to the top if it wasn't for my bad driving. Let's see if it can get around the merry-go-round. Again, I'm gonna be surprised, to be honest, because of how big this body is. It might give us some issues, but let's try it. Oh, look at that squish then on that tyre. I do like the steering servo in these ones. The same for the Convoy as well. You know, it's a decent steering servo. Again, I'm not 100% sure what rating it is, but it's got plenty of power in it. Oh, look at that moving around there. That is so cool. Oh, bumper issues again, look. Oh, wowza. That is doing a fantastic job considering it's got that big van body on it, isn't it? I mean, that is just crazy. We're going to get stuck now because I'm going to end up in the same place I was before, but that has done a really good job. Okay, let's go up through here. I'd be surprised if it gets over here, to be honest, because this is quite an ask, really, especially with the front end getting lifted up. Oh, look. We're bound up there, hang on. Oh man, we're getting full on stuck. I completely stuffed up that line, I think. Come on. Yes, go on, go on, go on. Oh, getting stuck on the body. Whoa! Wow, we made it over. That's so cool. It's not getting hung up anywhere near as much as I thought it would do. I mean, it is getting hung up, but I mean, look at the size of that body and those big old bumpers. But that is doing a really good job for something that looks that cool. Now, I'm pretty sure it's not going to stand a chance getting up here if we run this hardest line when we do a tyre either side, but we've got to give it a try, haven't we? Get ready for it just ending up on its roof. Yeah, could see that one coming, but we had to try it. It's a pretty durable little body though. Look, we haven't broken anything, no mirrors to come off or anything. It's hardly even scratched, to be honest. That's actually done a really good job. I mean, that's amazed me, to be honest. I did not think this would be any good on the rock crawler course, to be honest. You know, with how big that front bumper is and that big van body. I appreciate it's Lexan, but still got the roof rack and everything up top. That has done a way better job than I thought it would do. I mean, I'm amazed that it got up a gatekeeper, to be quite honest, and got to the top. That has done really, really well. Those tyres are actually pretty decent, aren't they? For a ready-to-run tyre, that's a pretty decent tyre. And I love the flex on this thing, and the slow speed control is actually pretty good as well. Yeah, I mean, it's ticking the boxes for me. Right, let's go hit the trail, see what it's like as a trail truck, and I want to see what it's like in second gear. Let's see what this thing's trail speed's like in first and second gear. I think I might have just said a moment ago on the rocks that it's possibly more of a trail truck. Name on the side kind of gives it away, doesn't it? So yeah, ignore me. Right, let's trail speed test this thing. Okay, so full throttle in first. Yeah, you can see it's not the fastest thing in the world in first gear. And if we chuck it in second, that is more like it. I could see that happening, to be honest. I don't think we'll be doing any donuts with this one, but yeah, plenty of trail speed in second gear, but obviously hard turns with it being a van and top heavy, you are going to tip over. Okay, back to being sensible, bit of off-roading. Let's see what this thing's like with tyre grip on the trail and ground clearance and everything as well, especially with that big old meaty front bumper. It's such a cool looking van. I mean, I love a van. It is just so cool. I mean, they're not the most capable sometimes because of the body, but they certainly look cool while they're trailing and rock crawling, don't they? I'm really liking the color scheme on this as well. The blue with all the orange and yellow stripes and everything on it. I think it looks so, so cool. Definitely prefer different wheels, but you know, you can't have it all, can you? And again, considering how cheap it is at $129, you know, you could afford a different set of wheels if you really wanted to. I think the stock tires are actually pretty decent, you know, especially for an RTR. Look at that, that did a really good job. This thing is surprising me. It is crazy how capable this thing is. It's just blowing my mind. Right, let's test out the tires on our little hill climb, bit of loose dirt and sand. Again, with that body shifting the weight to the rear a bit with the roof racks and everything. Man, I don't know if you can hear it, but it is blowing a gale here. The British weather at the moment is mental. We had 30 degrees yesterday, now it's like 20 and we got gale force winds. Anyway, that did a really good job. Okay, rooting to in time. Let's see how the rock van does on these big old roots. Ooh, struggling for grip a little bit there. Oh, that wasn't too bad actually. And I think we're probably gonna struggle on this next one with that front bumper. Oh yeah, look, oh look, oh, fair dues. I didn't think it was gonna do that. Oh, can we get over? That body's getting us hung up. Oh, hang on, let's back up a little bit. Yes, and that was just in first gear as well. So cool. I reckon if you actually trimmed a little bit of the van body off the bottom, you'd have so much more ground clearance and it might not look too weird. Oh, go on. This thing is just so cool. It's just such a good job, like, it's crazy. And that's without any added weight or anything like that. You know, some heavier wheels and a tiny bit of brass. This thing's gonna be a machine. I'm loving all the lights on this thing as well. It just looks so cool. It's a shame the roof bar isn't a little bit brighter in the same color as the headlights. But I mean, that's just me being picky now, isn't it, really? But this thing is just so cool and just such an awesome looking van. Yeah, if you're looking for a budget mini crawler, then this is definitely one to consider because this is doing a really, really good job. It looks really cool. Even for a Lexan body, it looks pretty nice as well. Bumper clearance might give you some issues, but maybe you could change the front bumper or something. But yeah, this thing is just so cool. I love it. Right, let's see how far the rock van gets up the tree. Now, if you're new to the channel, basically over a stream, if you get it wrong, you go swimming. Be interesting to see how high up this can get, considering, you know, it's got that van body on the back. On the top. Oh, okay, right, I'm gonna try and go slow. I'm hoping it doesn't fall off. Ooh. Look at that. We'll get stuck when we get to the stump at the top, but wow, that is doing an amazing job. Look, we're struggling a bit for grip there because we've unloaded the suspension so much. God, okay, that was about to go fly, but look how far that's made that. I've done a few rigs on here recently and not many of them get that high up, either because of the tire grip or just because they unload the suspension so much. This thing, for a van body, is doing an absolutely amazing job in it. This is crazy. I mean, look, if I stand back, look how far that's got up there. It's really good. Now, I'm pretty sure this thing said it was PPX4 waterproof, but main thing is if you just go through shallow water like this, is you'll probably ruin your foam, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but I just love those water shots. I just think it looks just so cool. Especially when it's just kind of crawling over rocks like this, look, with the water in the background. I absolutely love the colour on this thing. It's just so nice. And all the lights and everything on it as well. It's just such a cool little van, isn't it? Well, I think this thing is really, really cool. It really surprised me how well it did, considering you got that van body, you got that big front bumper on there. You know, it was way more stable than I thought it was going to be. It didn't tip over as much as I thought it was going to. And to be fair, it did a really good job on the rocks and was really good on the trail. Now, I love a van and I just think this thing looks super cool. I love the fact that you've got the different light options on there. You've got the roof rack on there if you want to stick some accessories on it. The only thing I don't like is the wheels, but again, you could change those, and let's be honest, most people change the wheels on their ready to runs anyway. You know, other than that big meaty front bumper, ground clearance was actually really good from the pole axles. Stock tires were actually really good, especially for a ready to run. I love the wheel speed you get from the 2-speed. You know, I was really happy with the slow speed control as well from that brush system and the 2-speed. Yes, we have got that slop in the drivetrain, but you know, for me, it doesn't bother me that much, if I'm perfectly honest. I really like the suspension movement on this thing as well. You know, whether those shocks have got all in them or not, I think they just performed really, really well. You know, I think for everything you get with this rig for $129, I think this thing is excellent value for money. Now, it was sent over to me by Hobbyplus. I'll put a link in the description to where you can get it from their website. I do have a discount code you can use as well for 10% off. I'll put that in the description as well. Now, to be honest, there's not really many things I dislike about it. You know, I'm not a massive fan of the wheels, I'll be perfectly honest, and I do like the hinged body design and the fact that these body clips are hidden, but you know, they are a little bit fiddly to get to, but you know, that's just nitpicking, to be honest. But if they're the only things that I can say as a problem with it, then I think this thing is doing a really good job. Let me know what you think of it in the comments. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.